Hey, Joe Gale here. I'm here to talk about Panama, but I just tried to film a video, but it was way too long. It was like about 40 minutes long. So I'm going to do it in different parts because a lot of the information here I have is, got a lot of detailed information to give you, and it's kind of important. So I'm going to do it in different parts. So this is Panama Part 1. Anyway, just a brief blurb about the videos. Sorry about that they're so short if they're not that great, but the actual on-location videos I have up there. But you know what? I got pinched like 3 times. And the last time was I was outside trying to get a better view. Anyway, a bouncer was threatening to, demanding to delete any pictures. They thought I was just taking pictures and demanding that I delete them and all that, and he acted like he was trying to take my cell phone away and all that. So anyway, now I got a lot of information to cover, so I kind of want to make this brief. I'm going to cover Part 1. First of all is the Via Venito Hotel Casino. I'm going to go there. That has kind of been the popular place. Basically, I was there when I first arrived on Friday night. It's sort of a dead issue. When I got there at around 9:30ish or so, 9:40, there was maybe 2 or 3 guys hanging out in the casino bar, and there was like a handful of girls. I had a couple of them try to pick me up, and for a threesome, 2 at one time, and they wanted me to pay them each $120, and I thought, no thanks. So there's a few girls there, but just not a lot of nightlife there, a lot of action. There's this Habanos Cafe, where there was a bunch of action and all that, and a lot of people there on a Friday night and a Saturday night. Was pretty much the only busy bar thing of the whole time I was there. These had some more higher upscale girls, and the going rate for them was around the same price, around $150, $120 or whatever. There's another place called Alejandros, which is north and around the corner of my hotel. That's near like Calle Uruguay, which is kind of where the main bar area and stuff like that is. Cheers, mate. And but that place, I was there on a Saturday night, and that was kind of a sort of a dead issue also. I mean, there were about 5 girls there, but the funny thing was it was an outdoor bar. I'm sitting there looking at them, and this was around 10 o'clock at night, and all of them have their faces buried in their cell phones, and they weren't even looking at me. And then I look over the bouncer, the same thing. And I'm just sort of laughing at myself, and I thought, well, this is typical, I guess. But there was literally no guys in there. This was Saturday night at like 9:45 at Alejandro. This is another popular girl place. I don't know what it was, if it was the time. By the way, the time I was there was just recently. It was February 23rd to March 1st. This is in the year 2018, so that will let you know how recent or how old this information is. So, with that in mind, you pretty much got those 3 places to do girl chasing in the sort of the tourist area, unless there's more. The problem is that the hotel I stayed at, I recommend very much. It was the DoubleTree by Hilton, and I always say location, location, location. And this is within like 5 minutes of walking distance between all these bars. Habanos, Via Venito, plus right at the intersection where you go down to go to Via, there's a bunch of fast food or a bunch of restaurants where you can eat. So that's another reason why and it's also right near the metro station, like 2-3 minute walk within the Iglesia de Carmen metro station, which I'm going to talk about later in parts 2 or whatever. So yes, this is a great location. Just remember, if you go on any like Hotwire or Expedia is kind of where I booked, an Expedia Society of Expedia, DoubleTree by Hilton on Via España, And I only paid $58 a night, and the hotel was nice. It was like 4-star. The room was very clean. The hotel was nice, and bed was really. I recommend it, but you can't bring chicks back up to your room. That's the problem. Well, you can, but they want you to pay like $80 with tax, $88 a night, either a night or for a couple hours. So it's a bit ridiculous. So that's the sad thing about that area with Alejandros and Habanos and Via Venito. You pick up any girl around that area, you're going to have to take them to like an hourly based motel. Now at Habanos, there's a place right around the corner called San Roque, and the girls in there will know of it. So if you negotiate with a girl at Habanos, they're going to suggest going around the corner to that, which is like $25 an hour. So they ask the girls at Habanos, they try to hit you up for $150. You can bargain them down. I remember messing around, bargained one girl down to $100. She said, I'm not going to go lower. My advice is that the women outnumbered there, and the women there are more nicer looking and more cleaner and look a lot cleaner and upscale. Definitely have nicer, softer skin, which it looks like. That is definitely top scale bar. But like I said, I don't know if you can really get much below $100. So the best I was able to do was for $100, and then they'll only be with you for an hour. So try to negotiate, like I said, maybe offer them $50 and say, well, I'll be with you for a half an hour, and then you're going to have to pay $25. I do have another hotel option for you that I met a guy there that told me about. It's Los Arcos Hotel. He said it was $15 for an hour for inside the room. I don't know if that's true because he was wrong. He told me the one around the corner that the girl was suggesting that I negotiated, Habanos. Habanos was only 20, and then it turns out it was 25. So this Los Arcos, I don't know where it's at, but it might sort of be within walking distance, but he suggested to me to take a cab for $5, and then maybe you can kind of walk back to your hotel room afterwards. So you might have to look into it. So remember, Los Arcos Hotel might be a cheaper option. Now the problem is because the Marriott, the DoubleTree, and some of these upscales, I guess they don't want you bringing that riffraff into their hotel. So they're going to charge you a major fee. However, another thing you can do is if you stay at the Via Venito, because the Via Venito actually has girls and allows girls to hook there or to solicit there, they might, well, why wouldn't they allow them for you to, if you're a guest there, take them up to the room? So before you book, I would call the Via Venito Hotel and ask them if they allow guests. If they do, you might be in your best interest to stay there, to stay at the Via Venito Hotel, and all that. If they allow it, or if they only charge a small fee, that could be an option. I would look into it. But anyway, like I said, I want to keep this kind of short. Keep the video kind of short. I'm going to do a 2-part series because I kind of, like I said, my first video was 38 minutes, almost 40 minutes long. So I'm going to kind of cut it down, and I'm going to do a part 2. And this is pretty much the end of part 1. Like I said, there's other Lay Palace and other clubs around there. But like I said, one thing that was disappointing was the nightlife. The nightlife just wasn't that busy. But honestly, for Alejandros or Via Venito and all that other place, even though there wasn't really any guys, there were girls there. You know, don't let that deter you just because there's nobody there. If you want to get it, you might want to try to go there. If you see a girl you like, try and negotiate and all that. If you're just strictly there just to try to pick up a gal for some fun, you know, you don't have any other men there for competition, and they don't, you know, it's just like, well, take a look around. I'm the only guy here, especially at Alejandro's. I went there 2 nights and there was no men there. I was the only guy there, and I didn't even enter the bar. So if these women wanted to make any money, well, I was the only man that they were going to have to negotiate with. And it's just like, hey, it's already 10 o'clock, honey. How many guys do you think are going to enter this bar by midnight or by 1 or by 2? Good luck. So I don't know what it was, but it was just the nightlife was a dead issue and disappointing. Anyway, like I said, I want to try and shorten these videos. This concludes part 1. I'm going to have to do a part 2, and I got more to tell you, and that will come up. So stay tuned, okay? Ciao, baby. Until next time.